A Plymouth Harbor icon has gone missing. The Mayflower II hasn't returned from its annual restoration. Structural problems were discovered in this 50-year-old wooden ship, and Plymouth Plantation, the ship's owner, is trying to raise $380,000 for repairs. Visit their website, plymouth.org, for more information. PACTV Community News was invited to speak with the ship's captain to find out more.
Mayflower II actually has a very interesting history. It was designed by a man named William Baker for Harry Hornblower, who was the founder of our museum, Plymouth Plantation. He was charged with looking into what the original ship would have looked like. There's very little information about the actual ship. But William Baker spent about 6 years researching and coming up with a set of drawings for his idea of what Mayflower II should look like, or what the original Mayflower looked like. At the same time in England, there was a man named Warwick Charlton who had started something called the Project Mayflower. And his idea, right after World War II, was to continue that close connection that had grown between Americans and English during World War II. And he wanted to foster that connection and celebrate it. And his grand idea was to build a ship like Mayflower, sail it to the United States, and give it to the people of the United States in a gesture of goodwill, like the Statue of Liberty was given to the people of the U.S. from France. The two groups, Project Mayflower and Harry Hornblower and Plymouth Plantation, got together. They used the plans that Baker designed. Warwick Charlton raised the funds and hired the builder, Upham Shipyard in Brixham, England, to build the ship. And then Mayflower was sailed to America by a crew of 33 Englishmen in 1957. They arrived in Plymouth on June 13th, 1957, which is a date we celebrate every year now, Mayflower Day, as we call it. This year, I think it's going to be held on June 9th. We tell that 1957 story for visitors who come down to the State Pier in Plymouth. We're in the middle of a lot of repairs that are part of a long-range restoration project for Mayflower II. Plymouth Plantation in the United States are looking towards the year 2020, which is 400 years since 1620, when the Mayflower first arrived in the New World. And we want Mayflower looking her absolute best for that time. And so we've begun this restoration program that will take the next 6 or 7 years. What we're working on currently are some repairs to the hull and the main structure of the ship. Some of the outer white oak planks, which are about 3 inches thick and 20 feet long or more. Some of the frames, some of the structural timbers that make up the shape of the ship are being replaced. We're replacing approximately 9 frame pieces. So the shipyard is working on that. We're doing a variety of other tasks. We're rebuilding a small deck up here on the ship, and also we're engaged in our biannual inspection with the Coast Guard. Because Mayflower is certified to carry passengers, we are required to be certified or to be inspected by the Coast Guard every other year, and this winter was the year for that inspection. There are lots of ways for people to be connected to Mayflower II and to help out with the restoration process, or just to be part of Mayflower. The first way is to help volunteer with us. We have a host of volunteers, friends of Mayflower II, as we like to call them, who do everything with us, from scraping and painting and tarring in the wintertime to working to help rig the ship and do some light maintenance things throughout the summer. So there's the hands-on aspect. There's an opportunity to donate materials. This winter in particular, we've been looking for white oak, and I know there's been some press about the need for white oak for Mayflower II. Mayflower is a unique wooden vessel and requires some large white oak timbers. And if anyone has white oak that they're interested in donating or wants us to look at as possibly being part of Mayflower, they can contact Plymouth Plantation. And of course, the third way, as you can imagine, this is a very expensive endeavor to not only for this restoration, but just to own and maintain Mayflower for the people of the United States. So there's always an opportunity to donate funds to the Mayflower cause.